Got
Got
next.
the Killer Mike arrest at the mother effing Grammys, which was also spooky as hell.
They couldn't pick no better time. Well, they tried
So,
to say what I did here was if something happened at the
yeah, but
Grammys.
they said it was like something to do with him. He got into a confrontation with a security guard, or walked past too fast, or bumped into something. Like it was nothing that really warrants him getting arrested at the Grammys. Like not
Right.
as far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? Even the charge that they was saying was, I don't know if he got an actual charge, but they were saying like a misdemeanor offense or something. They couldn't just wait till this was done. This is all spooky. Like I was about to do a video about Killer Mike earlier. It's a whole different like level of it. I don't really trust Killer Mike. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I don't trust this
Speak
Joker.
on it.
Ever since, Bernie Sanders, he came out, he was keeping way too hard. Bernie Sanders running for president.
That's my dog though, Bernie,
Yeah,
yo.
but he's talking about Bernie Sanders going to this is where the revolution is going to start here with Bernie. They're not starting no goddamn revolution. Bernie Sanders going to start a revolution, like a real revolution.
Mm.
No, hell no. Bernie Sanders. Why would Bernie Sanders start a revolution? Like I don't trust none of that stuff anyway. But that caught my way back then. Then his dad is unknown. Nobody can find his. That's why I look his dad's name up because his name is Michael Santiago Render or Redner or something like that.
Santiago.
That's what I said. I was like Santiago. Where the hell that come from? Like, because his mom's name is Denise. Was it Denise or Dana something like that? Redner. So his mom is the Redner person. So his
All
dad is
right.
the Santiago person who happens to be the person that nobody knows and can't get his real name. They just say he's a cop. There's something spooky with that, and his name, and he got two last names. And anytime I see somebody with two last names, that's always a red flag to me.
It's a red flag.
Like when they have a like your middle name is your last name. You know what I'm saying? Like not two first names then
I
your
think a
last
lot
name.
of the in the Hispanic culture though, a lot of them's like that. Just
Was it
because that's how it is.
which is also shady for him. Joker, you Hispanic? I don't got anything to spend none of that. I'm just saying, since when was Killer Mike a Latino?
Yeah,
You
I
know what I'm
never
saying?
heard of
Like
that
I
before.
never heard of that. Like I said, shout out, no disrespect if he is like as far as not
He might be related to Nori though.
yeah no, but we know Nori's ain't never been a
Friends know
secret.
me by my first name,
Victor
Victor
Santiago,
Santiago. Half,
black half
half
my
of.
you know what I'm
You know
saying.
what I
So, but
mean?
we know but Nori, but I ain't never heard Killer Mike be referenced as Hispanic in no kind of way. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I never.
So just finding out that now to me is like weird. I'm like, it just sounds kind of weird. So I don't know. And he's a part owner of that bank down there. But anytime you get that deep into politics and stuff like that, it's always like a red flag. But it don't gotta be. I could just be thinking too much. Maybe he's in a position to really try to do something.
But was the music that good?
Everybody's saying I didn't hear it,
That's what
but
I wanna. Cause I'm.
everybody when that came out, literally everybody on the internet was acting like it was that good. So
I think I heard the track with Andre Three Stacks, and I played the track because I wanted to hear Andre Three Stacks. But as far as like a Killer Mike album and all that, like I'm gonna definitely say I haven't heard any of the songs, anything. I haven't even heard like people talking about it. So then when it's at the
nah, when it,
Grammys, they like he won 3 Grammys. I'm like,
I ain't gonna lie, when it first came out, everybody I seen for like a good week straight. A lot of people was talking about it. All like the rappers was talking about giving them shout outs. Like on the internet, I definitely did see it for like at least a good week or two straight. So it must have been good. But for him to beat like the new young rappers though, that's weird though. Like what are they especially the females that I heard now, Ice Spice and all them. Like
oh, they
oh
was all in the category.
I don't know, but they falsely mistakenly. This is another
I
thing.
read this
They
one. What you talking
mistakenly
about?
said Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice won, which was weird to go back and then say they. So that's another weird thing about this thing, man.
Like mistakes happen, but how does that mistake
How does that
happen though?
happen? That don't
That's
even make sense. Then his joke was walking out in handcuffs. Did he switch the envelope? You know what I'm saying? Like,
mm.
did he send somebody up there and do some dirt? Like, probably not that, but I'm just saying this whole thing is just mad weird. And then he shows up. Then his response today, what did he say? He's like, "Oh, I had a speed bump." Like mad nonchalant. He did an interview earlier. A speed bump, Joker. You not upset? This didn't bother you enough to be like, God damn it, they arrested it. A speed bump? Like this whole thing just sounds weird. Everybody's calling it a humiliation, which that's what about on the internet and the
I'm
conspiracy
gonna
thing.
definitely be
So
tuned in. And now you done enlighten me a little bit, so I'm gonna do my due diligence. I don't like talk about stuff I don't really know too much about. So I'm definitely gonna see what's going on with Killer Mike.
yeah, that whole thing is just definitely creepy. It's almost like that Will Smith thing, but even Will Smith, they didn't even arrest him, and he put his hands on somebody like
Right.
in
The
front of the
the
world.
host.
You know what I mean? In front of the
You hit the
world,
host.
and they still let him go back to his seat like nothing happened. So same thing, because it's like Will Smith was the biggest night of his life, not the biggest, but as far as like the awards, winning his first Oscar. Same thing with Killer Mike winning 3 Grammys, then you get arrested. Like it seemed like they wanted us to see that as an optic.
Mm.
Not to mention he got what 3 or 4 handcuffs to hold his arms behind him. That's a god damn. They had to use like 3 or 4 sets of handcuffs.
Man, they treat him like Hannibal.
That's because he's so big, his arms won't go back that far. You know what I'm saying? So they had to connect like 2 or 3 together and shit.
Mm.
But either way, that just didn't look right. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's definitely more to this story. Whatever it is, it's something, or maybe he just know he did something wrong and he just ain't flipping out because like he's like, yeah, I did maybe something we didn't see yet, or you know what I'm saying? Maybe he punched somebody. You never know. It
Right.
could be something like that. Like he might know he messed up,
So we
and
gotta
then
wait and see. Wait, time will tell.
especially nowadays because everything that comes up on camera usually now. Sometimes you just gotta wait a day or two, and then a whole video will show up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I don't trust Killer Mike either way. Ever since that Bernie Sanders thing,
They don't trust. No, I don't.
I
You
don't
don't
trust.
trust
No,
Hove.
I don't trust no
You
man.
don't
I
trust
don't trust
Killer Mike. Who
no,
else we talked about?
nobody that's in position with all this money. It's just hard to trust certain people
You don't
because
trust Drake. You don't. You ain't say that, but I'm just throwing. I'm throwing
I
that on
don't
your
trust.
jacket too.
I don't. He's light skinned. I don't
Yep.
trust that. I do not trust that Joker, bro. I do not trust Drake.
Oh man, he's light skinned.
Like,
Yo, don't trust
I
Drake
don't
neither,
trust Drake.
yo.
I don't trust no entertainers because it's just Illuminati or not, whether it's real or not. I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like I know enough to know that to be in certain positions, you have to
You
be
gotta
down with.
do certain shit.
Even if you don't gotta like do certain stuff to get in, like they say, you have to go along at least with certain stuff. Even if it's something as simple as just like you're like a gatekeeper. You get to put on if you don't like somebody, you don't want them to come up. You can just say you don't mess with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's even something that simple. You know what I'm saying? Like the one thing you see about how the stuff is like the industry. When somebody's the breadwinner, sometimes it's literally one artist keeping the whole company afloat. Sometimes you know what I'm saying.
Mm.
They might have 5, 10, 20 people on the roster on
But
their
they not
thing, but
making no money
they
off
ain't
of none
making
of
no money
them.
on none of them. So they got this one artist that's really keeping the whole company afloat. So of course he's gonna have a super pool. You know what I'm saying? And then and trade for that. For them having pool like that, of course they can also turn those lights out too if they want to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
True.
at that point, corruption is just inevitable. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I'm saying in a nutshell. Like, there's no ways there's not corruption around this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's for
Anytime there's a huge money trail, there's corruption.
too
Make
much
no mistake
corruption,
about that.
way too much corruption. You know what I'm saying? So, and yeah, that's what I say about that.